Welcome to All-American Speedway in Roseville, California for the season opener of the Spears SRL Southwest Tour. 2010 marks the 10th year for the SRL, and no better way to start it than with the largest field for any SRL season opener. Hi everybody, my name is Ron Nava and Dave Reed here in the booth to call the shots tonight for the Moe's Gold 125 presented by Ameripride Uniform Services. Dave Reed, 33 cars for tonight's event. 27 are going to take the green. Your thoughts?
Well, I'll tell you what, Ron, we got just an incredible field here. I mean, over the last year, we've had some great car counts, but 33 cars, B main, guys going home, racing hard to make it into the main event. This is going to be a phenomenal race. Short track, 1.5 grooves. We're going to see some beating and banging here.
It's the SRL Southwest Tour, the way we like to see it. Grassroots racing, good, hard short track racing. When we return, our continuing coverage as we get ready for the green flag to fall for the Moe's Gold 125 presented by Ameripride. And welcome back, everybody, to RPM TV's coverage of the Spears SRL Southwest Tour. Now, the bar has really been raised for the 2010 season. Dave, a half second separates most of the field. Let's have a look at that qualifying board.
And your Moe's Gold 125, your starting lineup. Fast time with Derek Thorne. I got to tell you, Ron, you and I both picked him Rookie of the Year and, possible champion. Second quick, MK Kanky. Jonathan Gomez, second-time starter in the SRL Southwest Tour out of Idaho. Ryan Foster out of Reading. Augie Vidovich, familiar name there. Greg Vogt, Thomas Martin in 7th, and Troy Ermish, number 8th. Rounding out the top 10 is Joe Farre.
Joe doing pretty good with his new VC car. And, a couple of new names in the field I see in 16th place. Dallas Montez. He's the 16-year-old out of Bakersfield area,
Out of Bakersfield, yep. Driving for Steve McGowan out of MMI.
Another newcomer is Carlos Vieira and Jared Vorse. He'll be in the 20 car tonight. Well, here's what a few of those drivers had to say.
My first qualifying session, I think, is good. I'm pretty sure we made the show, so that's our number one goal for the night. So overall, I'm pretty happy.
I think we got a good, real good race piece. This is a real neat track. It's technical, so I think some of the veterans got an advantage, but I think we got a real good race car for tonight. It's going to be some interesting conditions.
This is my first race with the SRL and my first time ever being here at Roseville Speedway, or All-American Speedway.
Pretty proud of the qualifying room we put together to pick up basically a half second from our last practice to qualifying. Hey, I'll take that.
We went from about 15th quick to about 5th quick, so we definitely made some big strides, and come race time we'll be really good.
And when we return, the green flag will fall for the SRL Southwest Tour and the Moe's Gold 125. We'll be back right after this. JDA Enterprises is your online source for high-performance plumbing and all your fluid delivery needs. We make sure you get the right parts for customs, hot rods, show cars, and more. Keep your investment on the road with the industry leaders in fuel logs, brake lines, cooling, and steering system lines and fittings. Find us on the web at jdaent.com. And welcome back, everybody. Ron Nava and Dave Reed here in the booth. On the pole, the 41 of Ryan Foster, the 22 of Jonathan Gomez, getting ready to take the green. Here they come. As the green flag waves, Foster and Gomez take off. Looks like Gomez gets an early shot out to the outside, and fighting back on the inside is Ryan Foster, and Foster takes the lead. Right behind him, MK Kanky. Looking back, we see Derek Thorne in the 2.
Fighting hard, still on the outside. Lap 1 of Gomez, trying to get some bite out of the outside there. He's kind of making it work. We're 2 by 2, 10 deep here.
Boy, these guys are really going at it. Look at Kanky, man. He is ready. He was fast today in practice. He is looking good. But the 41 of Foster just taking off.
He's really going to be tough. I mean, with the fast groove being down on the bottom, I mean, everybody's trying to get down low as soon as they can.
Look at the rest of this field go through. We look further back, we see the 28 of Kevin Callahan.
At 22, finally getting to the bottom there, tucking in right in front of Augie Vidovich, and the 2 of Derek Thorne getting a little loose coming off of 4. Wow, out of control there. Thorne just pitching it sideways coming off of 2.
He is hungry. That boy was throwing it in. He's no rookie. He's got about 100 starts in the ASA Tour back east.
Yeah, he's run Camping World East. He's run ASA. He's definitely got some driving skills here.
And looking out of the in-car, Jim Pettit battling with Joe Farre going down the back stretch. What a run these guys are having. And Pettit takes the spot from Farre, coming up behind Kyle Katnaugh in the 88, a rookie to the SRL Southwest Tour this year. Back up front, Ryan Foster still in the lead. MK Kanky falling back. And Thorne right behind him. I think we've got our top 3 set up, Dave.
I'll tell you, Ryan Foster, he's run this series for a number of years. I think quite a few years ago, he used to drive for Bob Strandwald, and he's making it work. I mean, he's going to be tough to beat here tonight.
Looking back, we see Todd Bammer battling it out with the 16-year-old of Dallas Montez and the other 16-year-old in the 16, Jacob Gomes. These guys really going after it.
Montez, really the first time he's ever been in one of these cars, and he's really looking pretty good, trying to sneak under the 18 of Bammer here. Looks like he's got a little front end damage already. He's been learning how to use that front bumper already.
Looking at Ryan Foster up front, and the yellow comes out. It looks like the 5 of David Mantee spun on the front stretch. Let's have a look at it. Jim Pettit's car. Looks like Kevin Callahan and Troy Ermish get together, entering 1. Kyle Katnaugh spinning to avoid contact. And yep, Ermish definitely has somebody's front tire in his face. We'll be back, folks, right after this.
This RPM TV telecast is brought to you by Moe's Gold Premium Car Wax with Carnauba, Ameripride Uniform Services, Mid-Valley Iron and Metals, and VIO Cameras and Equipment.
Okay, welcome back, everybody. RPM TV's coverage of the Moe's Gold 125 here at All-American Speedway in Roseville. Time for the green flag to fall. Ryan Foster on the pole. Derek Thorne in second place. MK Kanky has pulled off with the blown motor. We have Greg Vogt in the 4 in third, and the 22 of Jonathan Gomez in fourth.
Going down the back straightaway, Thorne looking pretty strong. Earlier, he's showing a nose there.
Looking back, we have Josh Combs in the 7, Justin Westmoreland in the 51, rookie Carlos Vieira. Oh, and it looks like Newberry gets into the 40 of
Eric Richardson. Boy, 2 Bakersfield guys getting together, going down the front straightaway. I don't know what happened there.
Let's go back and have another look. It looks like the 29 of Newberry getting into Richardson.
I just don't know if he was there. It looked like Newberry actually had a run going down the front straightaway. In the 40, it's hard to tell. That 51, maybe Newberry's using him as a pick, and to slow the 40 down, shows a nose and gets underneath him.
Don't know exactly what happened, but a couple other cars got caught up trying to avoid the mess. And yeah, definitely. Looks like Newberry. It looks like the 40 just cut down. And there we have the 90 and the 35 of John Woods caught up in the melee.
And we'll be back right after this. We're going to throw it over to Pat Patterson from Sirius Satellite Radio.
Thanks, guys. Next race for the SRL Southwest Tour is Orange Show Speedway in San Bernardino, California. Catch all the racing action right here on RPM TV.
And welcome back, everybody. Time to go back to green flag racing. Still up front, the 41, Ryan Foster, followed by Derek Thorne, Greg Vogt, and the 22 of Jonathan Gomez. The green flag falls, and it looks like, once again, Derek Thorne. Boy, that boy is hungry.
He is. We got the sun going down. These guys practiced last night. It was dark. We'll see what happens, see whose car comes in, and how the changes these guys made in anticipation of this thing kind of starting during the day and finishing under the night.
Yeah, it's an interesting interesting scenario for them, not usually starting in the day and working into the nighttime. Also, I wonder if these guys are setting up for short runs or long runs.
I'd have to think you're kind of looking at a short run here with this short, tight track. We're probably bound to get a few cautions here. But looks like we got a good little run going here. Kind of spread out, a car length in between each of these guys, and I'm sure they're going to start working lap traffic here real soon. That's got to come into play. Jim Pettit here.
Fighting with Augie Vidovich. Augie Vidovich in the one up ahead in the Bob Strandwall machine. These guys are really going after. Look at them, just nose to tail all the way around this racetrack.
Yeah, you know, we've got a slight little dip in the track, or a bump in the middle of 1 and 2, and you could really see Augie's car hitting it there.
Yeah, these guys are bouncing around quite a bit. Looking up ahead, we see Greg Vogt and Jonathan Gomez going after it. And right behind them, the 85 of Thomas Martin. Thomas Martin, no rookie to the series.
No, not at all. He's run West, Tour, number of series, and I believe he's pretty familiar with this track. I believe he started 7th, so he's making a move towards the front.
Boy, look at the kid in the 41, Ryan Foster, just pulling away with the dominant car. Surprise of the night for me. I just didn't see this happening.
You know, the guy can drive, there's no doubt about it, but I'll tell you, I was walking through the garage yesterday, and these guys, they didn't get much practice. I mean, they were still putting on exhausts, parts on the car yesterday, while half these tour guys were out practicing. He was still working on his car, so these guys did a pretty darn good job getting it together.
Boy, what a run, and that just is a testament to the rules set forth by the SRL guys in making it so that you can come in and run with this crowd and this caliber of driver. It's not impossible. Looking at Greg Vogt, Jonathan Gomez going around the lapper of
Sanchez
in the 24. These guys now working into lap traffic, and looking back, we see Eric Richardson and Troy Ermish now in the 38, driving his own equipment out of the Strandwald machine.
Yeah, I talked to Richardson. He actually had to run the B main. I believe he won it to transfer in to the main event, but he's hoping to run the full season this year.
Newberry and Jared Vorse in the 20 going after it, now getting around Sanchez. And now coming up behind him, Todd Bammer. Bammer looking strong. And here comes the 16-year-old of Jacob Gomes running for the Roddy this year, locking up that front left tire.
Boy, the 24 just running him tight there. You know, that's too bad. He's been on this tour for quite a while too, and he's down a lap already early on. The 85 showing his strength here, trying to sneak a nose under the 22. Jonathan Gomez with Greg Vogt in front of Gomez, and here we go back to the front. Boy, he's got about, you know, a good straightaway lead there on the rest of the pack, the 41.
Boy, he's strong. All that guy needs is clean air. Back to the fight for second, a three-way dogfight. Greg Vogt, Jonathan Gomez, and the 85 Thomas Martin really putting on a good show. Look at that. Got the nose under his back bumper. These guys aren't messing around.
No, and it looks like Gomez and Martin are really good getting in the corner. Looks like maybe they just got to focus on jumping off the corner here to try and get by Vogt there.
Well, we have a minute. We're going to take a quick commercial break, folks. We'll be back with more Green Flag Racing right after this.
This RPM TV telecast is brought to you by Bay Biodiesel, Go Live Stream TV, Hoosier Racing Tires, and me, Pat Patterson, at theracingguy.com.
Welcome back, everybody. We had a yellow for debris on the track. Now the restart, the 41, Ryan Foster, off speed. Don't know if he missed a gear or crunched his tranny.
That puts Thorne, gives him the lead. He had a good car to begin with, but he's already got a two-car lead. Gomez and Martin going hard at it with Vogt right in front of them, and Thorne with about a three-car lead going into turn 1 and 2.
What a heartbreak for Ryan Foster in the 41. It turns out he expired his transmission on that restart. He's out of the race, and he was looking good. I think he would have won it. Looking out at Pettit's car, now up at Augie Vidovich. These drivers, tires up to temp. These guys are going at it. They know where their cars are going to be. They've gotten over the new rubber, and they're settling in.
It just shows you here from Pettit's car, boy, you just really got to hit your marks here. Be smooth. Try and stay off the rumble strips like you did right there, just not to get the car upset and get that jump coming off the corner.
Look at this speed shot coming down. Derek Thorne in front, and the rest of the SRL Southwest Tour guys. These guys are nose to tail all the way around the track, door to door, bumper to bumper, and just fighting it out.
Thorne coming off of turn 4, looking really good here. We're single file just about all the way through, and yellow out again.
We got a yellow. Looks like Sean Calderwood spun out in coming off of turn 2. So it was a single car spin with Sean Calderwood in the 6 as these drivers line it up and get ready for a quick start. Looks like Augie Vidovich breaks a trailing arm right in front of Jim Pettit, getting ready to take the green or line up for the green. There he goes off the track. Augie Vidovich now out of the race, one of those drivers doing double duty. As we get ready, folks, these guys are lining them up. They didn't skip a beat. Derek Thorne on the pole. Greg Vogt right behind him, testing him, see what's happening. Looking at this battle raging between Jim Pettit, the 22 of Jonathan Gomez, really going after it. Up ahead of them, we have the 85 of Thomas Martin. This is really turning out to be quite a race.
Greg Vogt just running in second there behind Derek Thorne. These guys are all pretty much nose to tail. I mean, somebody slips up, you're going to get by. You know, running that low groove and trying to, you know, get the jump off of the corner.
Well, look at Pettit go. You know what, I'm guessing at this point of the race, a lot of these guys are just trying to ride and make it through to a lap maybe 60 or 70 and then start racing.
Yeah, there's no doubt. I mean, that should be the strategy, is just take care of your equipment. You're really not saving much. These, you know, tires got a lot of grip. There's a lot of rubber laid down, but just survival right now is the key, and just keep the thing in one piece so you got something to show at the end.
And that's just a great shot out of Jim Pettit's car, looking ahead at Jonathan Gomez. Looking a little bit further back, we see the 7 of Josh Combs now in the picture. He's doing double duty tonight, running with the K&N Pro Series as well as the SRL Southwest Tour.
Single file coming off of turn 2. Pettit showing the nose on Gomez.
And Jim Pettit going at it with Jonathan Gomez at 22. Pettit's car snaps around. A lot of sparks fly. Looks like a rear trailing arm braking on the 03 of Jim Pettit's car. Probably not the way he wanted to see his night finish.
Something similar that we saw with Augie Vidovich a little bit earlier. We saw a big spark and a flash going into turn 3 there, and we got a low rider coming off of turn 4.
Well, folks, it'll be time to go green flag racing right after this.
Hi, this is Pat Patterson from Sirius NASCAR Radio and theRacingGuy.com. The Spears SRL Southwest Tour is coming to a track near you. Buy your tickets now.
And welcome back, everybody. Time to go back to green flag racing. Derek Thorne on the pole. Greg Vogt making a run on the bottom. Right behind them, Thomas Martin in the 85.
Derek Thorne in that number 2, driving for Bob Strandwall. Greg Vogt right on his back bumper. You know, we really haven't seen a lot of brake glow here going on, and with this short track using a lot of brake, it looks like these guys are just kind of letting it roll and getting through the corner and jumping off the corner. You know, just I'm surprised we're not seeing more brake glow, Ron.
You know, and I'm looking, and I think you're right. I'm looking at Greg Vogt, and it's almost like he's riding. I don't want to say he's sneaky, but he's smart, saving his equipment, riding there, trying to figure out what Derek Thorne's next move is going to be. Looking further back, we see Carlos Vieira in the 51, fighting it out with the 54, Joe Farre. Vieira, this is his first night with the SRL, and he's running in the top 10.
Back up front, Derek Thorne, Greg Vogt right behind him. Just running a good line, smooth.
You're right, and not a bit of brake glow on him. And you know, his front end's not really diving down that hard. It looks like he's getting some good bite.
Not sure, maybe he's running on bump stops tonight.
Oh, that could be it. Got that soft spring big bar setup. Looking back, we have Thomas Martin.
He's been strong tonight, Thomas Martin. Not sure, Ron, how many races he's going to run this year, but definitely a good showing for him. And I think this is his home track.
You know, I'm wondering if this is an indication of things to come, a changing of the guards. You know, last time out, veterans up front all the time. And this time we got some new names up front. And, you know, that kid, Derek Thorne, that kid's a shoe. Look at him go.
Yeah, no doubt. You know, it's good to see it mixed up a little bit. I mean, obviously, Greg Vogt, we got him up front, and he was up there all last year. Little loose coming off 4, and maybe his car's kind of going away. It looks like Thorne's is really coming in. And Thomas Martin, you know, it seems like he's got a long car run here. His car seems to really work good on the long runs. And, it looks like he's really working over Greg Vogt here. Yeah,
he's getting racy, waiting for Greg to make a mistake. Greg pushes up just a little bit, but not enough for Martin to take advantage of it. And the yellow comes out. It looks like we got a spinner in 1 and 2. It looks like the 20 of Jared Vorsch. Well, folks, that gives us a chance to take another quick break. We'll be back right after this.
RPM TV, the leader in motorsports web broadcasting. Find us on the web at rpmtvonline.com.
And welcome back, everybody. Ron Nava and Dave Reed in the booth. On the pole, Derek Thorne takes the green flag. Greg Vogt seems off speed. Looks like ignition on Greg Vogt's car. Let's see if we can get another shot of this. Yep, Greg Vogt going backwards. Now in your second spot, we have
Thomas Martin with Jonathan Gomez right on his back bumper. We see Vogt. Oh, and we got a big one down on the back straightaway, Ron.
Oh, what a break for Greg Vogt. Looks like Todd Bammer, Sean Calderwood, and Justin Westmoreland on the back stretch. And
we got Eric Richardson there in the 40 as well. Looked like he may have gotten a piece of it as well.
Oh boy, Bammer's car's messed up. That's going to end his night. We'll see what happens. And it looks like Jim Pettit heading back onto the track. We'll be back, folks, right after this.
Hi, everybody. It's the Racing Guy, Pat Patterson. Head over to theracingguy.com and find out who's hot and who's not, plus the inside scoop from the Sprint Cup Garage.
And back to green flag racing. Looking at Jim Pettit's cars. These guys line up. Derek Thorne on the pole. The 85, Thomas Martin in second. And who's in third? Josh Combs makes it up to the third spot. Look at Carlos Vieira in the 51. And I think I also see Kyle Cattenaugh in the 88.
Yeah, we're winding down here. Jonathan Gomez, I believe, had a battery or something go down. I saw him come off the track under the last caution. And let's see if he's got enough time to work his way back up. But I'll tell you, Thomas Martin's looking pretty strong. Let's see if he puts a bumper on Thorne here to try and get the lead.
Boy, look at these guys go out. What an exciting race. Well, the laps winding down, getting to the end of the Moe's Gold 125 here at All-American Speedway. And Greg Vogt with a wounded car just trying to make it around. The word is his battery has gone out. Looking at Jim Pettit's car, up ahead at Justin Westmoreland. He's several laps down, but he's going to work his way through.
Thorne, he's got about a 3-car lead now. It just looks like Thomas Martin's just giving it everything he's got. He's up on the wheel. And, you know, it's allowing actually Thorne to pull away. I think Derek's just got a better car tonight.
Looks like Thorne is the man to beat tonight and really, really going fast, already getting up into the lap traffic.
I'll tell you what, Bob Strandwell's really put together an all-star team here with Thorne in the 2, the 22 of Gomez, and Augie Vidovich in the 1.
Boy, look at these guys go at it. Thomas Martin is on a tear. This guy wants to win. First time back in the SRL Southwest Tour car in a long time, many years. Now running in second place, looking at Jim Pettit's car, not having the night as the leaders go by, Derek Thorne and Thomas Martin.
Yeah, it gives you a great look, Ron, at the leaders as they get by, and lap traffic really becoming a factor here. It's allowed Thomas Martin to get on the back bumper of Derek Thorne here. Let's see what happens. I mean, Thomas Martin's been pretty aggressive all night. I mean, he hasn't moved anybody out of the way, but it's coming down to crunch time now.
Yeah, and a lot of tore-up bodywork here tonight at All-American Speedway. Thomas Martin, Derek Thorne, laps winding down, less than 5 to go. Thomas Martin just throwing it in the 85. Derek Thorne holding his line, doing a hell of a job.
Coming across start-finish line, looks like maybe just a couple to go here. Thomas Martin, let's see if he's going to lay a bumper on Thorne.
Derek Thorne just has to hold his line. There's Martin.
Oh, he's right on him, showing a nose.
White flag out, this time by Thomas Martin. Time is running out. He has to make his move now. Dive bombs Thorne on the inside, lays the bumper on him.
Gets him a little sideways there.
Well, what a move. Checkers out this time by getting by the lap traffic of Greg Vogt. These two drivers putting on a show for the SRL Southwest Tour Moe's Gold 125. Martin throws it in deep, has to hold on to it, and Derek Thorne will go on to win the Moe's Gold 125. Thomas Martin in second. What a show, Dave Reed.
Only his second start in the SRL Southwest Tour. I got to tell you, Ron, you and I kind of called it. Thomas Martin up there congratulating Derek Thorne. What a great job by Derek Thorne.
Well, what a run that was, and that kid Martin could have easily punted Thorne and didn't. That was some good, hard, clean racing.
We got to throw it out to Josh Combs. We really didn't talk much about him, but with a strong third-place finish, I mean, he was kind of the sleeper of the night. Your winner, Derek Thorne, followed by Thomas Martin in the 85. The quiet run up to the front, Josh Combs in third. Ryan Foster had a good night, just a little bit of issue there. Still a strong finish. Carlos Vieira, fifth. Jacob Gomes, sixth. The rookie, 16-year-old kid. Good run for him. Number 8th position, Jonathan Gomez.
And looking in your ninth place spot, Kyle Catton on the 88. Justin Westmoreland pulling something out and getting a top 10 after getting caught up in a couple of spins. Boy, what a night of racing. Dave Reed, let's go see what the winners had to say.
Man, for second time out here at SRL, you know, I had a really good car, Bob Strandwald, Junior Joyner, Dan Smith, LaGrange Hotels out of Sacramento. You know, it's been a long road to get here. This all came together last minute. You know, Craig Rodman used to drive his car, but dang, man, tonight was just our night. We qualified fast time. I don't know what happened there. It seemed like everybody that got on the board, first, second, fourth, fifth, all broke. You know, it's just kind of a matter of survival with these races, and, you know, today was our day.
06 was the last time I hopped in this car. So, been a little while, but I like riding a bicycle. You don't lose too much. Pretty much all our volunteer crew all came back from 06. They haven't been working on a car since. Jake, he's been with me at the start of the whole deal, so he was at the shop with me putting in the hours, and came out and made it all worth it.
Tell you the truth, first race, you know, so being a rookie and all, I wasn't expecting it, but we had a decent car. I just held in there, man, and my good spotter Bobby got me there.
I don't know. We ran from 18, had a problem with the fender, tried to rub it off on the track, it didn't work too well, so we came in, pit, ended up getting out there, and I don't know, we just won a great race, and I don't know, we just came from nowhere and got it.
And that's going to do it for a long night of racing here at All-American Speedway in Roseville for the season opener in the SRL Southwest Tour Moe's Gold 125, presented by AmeriPride Uniform Services. Dave Reed, your final thoughts.
Just a great night of racing here. Short track racing, beating and banging. Derek Thorne, the 2-car, driving for Bob Strandwald, made it happen. And a couple guys that we haven't really seen up there in a while. This is going to be a great year of racing.
It's going to be a good one, the 10th year for the SRL Southwest Tour. Well, folks, we'll see you next time at the Orange Show Speedway in San Bernardino.
For Ron Nava and Dave Reed, I'm Pat Patterson. This has been an RPM TV production, the leader in motorsports web broadcasting.